I've made quilts. I've made bags. I've been sewing for like 10 years at this point. You know what I've never done? Foundation paper piecing. And today we're gonna do it. Do not use this video as a tutorial. I have no idea what I'm doing. Everything I know is what I've learned from Karen Brown, Just Get It Done Quilts. I will leave a link to her channel in the description. Go there to learn anything because I know nothing. To do foundation paper piecing, I need a pattern. That would be kind of helpful. So I found this free one online. I'm going to be solely relying on what Karen Brown of Just Get It Done Quilts has taught me. So hopefully I can do it right the first time. I'm only going to be making one of these blocks because I don't want to do a whole quilt of this pattern. I don't love this pattern. I just want to test it. And I have ideas for future quilts. Stay tuned. A Halloween coffin quilt. Make sure you stick around for that because I definitely want to get that going. But first I need to learn how to foundation paper piece. I'm going to be using 3 fabrics, one for the center, one for these triangles, and then one more for these triangles. So I found this Snoopy little scrap that I have for the middle square. Polka dot blue for the tiny triangles around the square, and then this Lucky Cat fabric for the bigger triangles, making the square. And I have 2 copies of the pattern, one on regular printer paper and then one on thinner paper. It's like 2 micrometers thinner than printer paper, so I'm hoping it's gonna work. It's the thinnest I could get, the thinnest I could find that I already had, because if I hate paper piecing, I don't want to buy expensive paper and waste it all. So, I mean, let's get started. So there's going to be a lot of cutting these pieces, so let's start doing that. This one is going to go onto the fabrics, so the fabrics are going to be sewn onto this one, so I just cut it out and that's good. This one, which is on regular printer paper, I am going to cut all of the shapes out so that I can cut those shapes out of my fabric. Fun little transition. Perfect! These are all cut out. Now, Karen Brown of Just Get It Done Quilts recommends that I fold the paper that I'm sewing the fabric onto along all of the lines. I'm just going to use the cover of this notebook to give me a hard line. Okay, I have all of the papers folded. Next, I need to cut the fabrics. So I have my fabrics here, my Lucky Cat, but they're actually Shiba Inus, and none of these mean anything except this one, which might mean progress? Question mark? I'm pretty sure these were translated because why? But I want this little section. So that doesn't matter. The front of it is the wrong side of the fabric. So normally you would place your fabric and then put this on top like that. But that's wrong. Well, in this case it's a square, so it doesn't matter. But for like the triangles, this is wrong. You want it to be like that. Right? Hold on, I need a review. I need to review what I'm doing because I don't know what I'm talking about. I reviewed, this is correct. One should be facing up on the wrong side of the fabric. Okay, I'm just gonna start. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm freaking out. No, I'm not. I am a little bit, but not really. Like that. Yeah, perfect. One. Oh, look how cute. And since I'm only making one block, I'm going to be making... Wrong side. Hello. I'm going to just be doing one of each. So, I mean, this is... I could probably do this a lot easier of a way because these are all going to be the same size triangles. And this fabric isn't directional. So I'm going to make it a little bit easier on myself. Just a little bit. And cut a few at the same time. Oh, but I need to make sure that they're all... Good point. Thanks for pointing that out. I need to make sure they're all facing up. If they're not, then that's not going to be helpful to me. Man, my table is so creaky. And I'm going to give myself plenty of seam allowance. I don't care about the extras. These are scrap fabrics anyway. So I'm not worried about it. Plenty of seam allowance. Oh, that wasn't plenty. Oop. Yeah. Sure. This one I care a little bit more about because it's like the cats. I don't want it to just be like that where it's no cat. These are dogs. These are not cats. Oh my gosh, I keep calling them cats. So I'm probably going to cut these out one by one to try and get as much of them as possible. Man, they're very spaced out. I wasn't expecting them to be so far away from everything else. Okay, this is going to take me a while, but it's exactly the same as the other things, just more thoughtful, so I'm going to pause. Okay, it's time to sew. I'm a little bit nervous as this is like the make or break moment. I've been studying Karen Brown of Just Get It Done Quilts video on this. So hopefully, why is there a button? Hopefully this will go well. Take your piece of paper, flip it, take this one, flip it, put it. Now, she said to glue it. I don't think I own any glue of any kind that's like water soluble. So I'm just gonna pin it into place. And if that's wrong, don't tell me about it. So now we flip it over again. And we fold the line to the second like that. And she said to trim it to 1/4 inch now, but I'm just gonna memorize where that is. Got it? My brain is full of memory, and I'm gonna trim it with my scissors. My brain full, and 'tis trimmed excellently. I do have a cutting board and I do have rotary blades. However, getting it all set up for that is too much effort for just this practice one, so I'm not going to do all that. I'm going to take my triangles that correlate with 2, right? And I'm gonna put it here. And sew. Where do I sew? What do I sew? How do I sew? What do I do? Huh? Do I sew? I guess I sew here in the paper. I'm freaking out, man. I'm freaking out. I don't know what to do. I don't have glue. It all started to fail me when I didn't have glue. Okay, that is no longer a 1/4 inch. Definitely not, since I just moved it. I'll be right back. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I watched the video again. I need to stop freaking out. It isn't that difficult. Make sure I'm not going to sew over any pins. I have it at a 1/4 inch, the best I could get it without a cutting mat and like an adequate rule or anything. And now we're going to flip this over and sew along the marked line that's connecting 1 and 2. This would be tremendously easier if the first one is glued, so no wonder they tell you to do that. Karen Brown of Just Get It Done Quilts says to do 2 extra stitches, or if your machine automatically does a lock stitch, do that. Mine doesn't, so we're just going to do 2 extra stitches. Oh, I forgot how little these stitches are. Okay. Okay. Can you see that? It's not bad. It's a little off the line, but look at that. And then you just, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay, then we press. I don't have a fancy presser thing, so we press it open with my fingers. We look for number 3, which is on the side. We trim. See, I am not even following the video at this point. I know what I'm doing now. Maybe. I'll have to go back to the video. This is on the line, right? Yes. Memorize where it is. Trim it to a 1/4. Put on our next triangle. And because I have a pin, make sure it's not going over the pin. And sew. Yeah? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, no, 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 no. It moved. It moved. It shifted. Everything's wrong. Everything's right. Let's go. Okay. How does that look? Karen Brown would Just Get It Done Quilts. How does it look? Does it look good? I don't know. Please let me know. Oh my gosh. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I think I'm doing it. This is awesome. Okay. I'll do these and I'll come back if there's any problems, but hopefully there's no problems. I'll come back for the outside ones. I have this done. It looks so good. This is so awesome. So all we do now is we're gonna do 6. This is the part that I'm a little more worried because I don't know how good this is gonna look. I tried my best. Okay, so we are going to peel this back till we're at our corner. Oh, that is not a 1/4. We memorize where a 1/4 is. we trim off the bulk, which is not very much. 6. Take it and we put it this way. Okay, it should be. All right, let's see. Okay. That's not terrible. There's a string, but that's really not bad. That's a lot better than what I was expecting. So I guess I'm just gonna do the rest of them. It's a little close there, but that's fine. And it's in the wrong direction, but we try. All right, I'm gonna do the last 2 and I'll come back. This is how it turned out. This is so cute. Oh my gosh, I'm really, really happy with this. I'm gonna trim off the paper, which I believe you can just kind of rip off because it's serrated. But wait. Well, first, don't get too excited. I do need to trim all of the edges to a 1/4 inch. This is going to be a little shy. I'm not that mad about it, but trim it to a 1/4 inch and then we can rip and it'll be very satisfying. Yes, we're still gonna just memorize a 1/4 inch because I don't want to get all my stuff out. Okay. That's a little high. Cut that off and that. That edge is about a 1/4 inch. Not really, but not too far off either, so it's fine. It's fine, everything's fine, don't worry about it. And okay, this one cut here. Perfect. Perfect 1/4 inch seam. Is it even? Nah. Do we need it to be? No. It doesn't matter if it's perfect or not in quilting, right? Quilting isn't about precision. No. Now it's satisfying time. Look how perfect this block is. There's just a few strands that need to be trimmed on the front. Please ignore the mess in the background, but also get excited because this is so easy. I was so stressed that this was going to be hard, difficult. I wasn't going to want to do it. I was going to cry. It was going to be really difficult. I was going to cry, but I didn't. I didn't do any of those things. But it looks so good. And this block, if you're interested, I'm interested, measures 6 by 6 probably. Yeah, 6 by 6. And that's with a 1/4 inch on each side. I can't wait to use this technique in future quilts, specifically the future quilt that I have planned, which here's a little sneak peek because you stuck all the way through. Thank you so much. Don't look too much though. It's a sneak peek. But I am so happy. This is awesome and it opens up so many possibilities and it's so much easier than I thought it was going to be. And I imagine, like, this is definitely on the bias. These are very stretchy pieces. So I imagine that you can keep the paper on until the quilt's finished, like the quilt top. And that will make everything sturdy and stable, and you get straight lines every time because you're literally just following a straight line on a piece of paper. It looks so, like, professional, and it took very little time. I did this in one day. I thought I allotted like 4 days for this, and I finished it in one. Like, not even that long, and I'm very excited. And I can't wait to like actually use this for an actual quilt top and like actually make something exciting. Anyway, thank you so much for sticking around. You're cool. You're very cool. If you've been looking at these fabrics and you love one of them, even though you can't really see them, they're available at DestashCo very soon, if not already. They're very pretty, very cool, and I'm in the process of putting them on DestashCo, which is why they're just kind of messy right now. It was a fresh donation, but I'm really excited about this. Thank you so much, Karen Brown of Just Get It Done Quilts. I really couldn't have done it without you. Your videos have saved my sewing life, truly. So thank you very much. And I will see you all next time. Bye.